By the way, I promise that my week in my life vlog is coming. I just am not very good at filming it because I forget. But hopefully it'll be a good one. Good morning guys and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing another episode in my Faith Talk series where I talk about how to live life faithfully. So I am a Christian, and if you haven't been to my Faith Talk before, welcome. And if you have, thanks for coming back. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about busyness and what it's like trying to be faithful to God when you feel really busy, you know? I basically only have one thing to talk about. This will probably be a pretty short video, but before I get into that, I just want to talk about the elephant in my room. I cut my hair. It was really long before, if you recall, and if you don't, it was really long. I cut 10 inches off. I know it's still pretty long now, but it's much shorter than it was, and I absolutely love it. I'm so happy with my haircut, and it's so cute. Being a college student myself, I know what it is like to be extremely busy. You can get caught up in school activities, in just like classes and homework in general. You can get caught up doing like your own thing because you have all this newfound freedom in college and all kinds of things like that. But this isn't just for college students. This is for anybody who feels busy. In high school, you can be busy as an adult, like going to work and like doing other things. You can definitely be busy. Just busyness is a part of life. And I've noticed around me in America, because I live in the United States of America, I've noticed that to be busy is to be successful almost, or at least that's what it seems like to most people. If you ask people how they're doing, a lot of times they'll either say I'm really tired, which me too, or they'll say, oh, just really busy, and we're all just like, oh, that's good. But like, being busy isn't always that great. Being busy can be really stressful, and it can make you lose sight of what you want to focus on in your life. My one tip that I'm going to be talking about for the rest of this time is to know your priorities and don't compromise on them. If you were keeping up with my other social media platforms, I have a Facebook account where I post really fun series on there, and I talk about just like whatever. So for example, right now I'm doing a series on routines, which I think will be ending this Saturday, so you should catch up on all those. But like why having a routine is important, and what types of routines I have, and how you can create your own routines. But the point of me bringing this up is my very first series on my Facebook page was called my Creating Your Dream Life series. And one of those exercises that I had as a part of the series was to write out a vivid vision, which I got from Lavender, and I'll link her Dream Life series below because I definitely copied her, no doubt about it. In the vivid vision, you had to write down what is your most important, what's the most important thing to you in the world, what's the most, what are some things that you're good at, and what are like your values. If faith, which I assume since you clicked on my Faith Talk, if faith in Jesus or in whatever is very important to you, then your faith is probably supposed to be, according to the religion, your number one priority. And to me, I think faith is my number one priority. But when I get busy, I have troubles being accountable to myself and making time to be faithful, if that makes sense. So know what your priorities are. If your number one priority is your faith in God, your quiet times, your religion, anything of that nature, then if that's your priority, don't compromise on it. Making something a priority means that's something that you do first. For example, if we don't know what priority is, we'll talk about it for a second. So when you make a to-do list, all I know is about lists, so we'll talk about a to-do list. When you make a to-do list, I personally usually write down everything, and then I number them on which order is most important, which is due first, if that's something like that, or which is the most pressing. So if my number one thing on the list is to get my 500-page reading done for tomorrow for my class, but then I spend all my time doing numbers 6, 7, and 8, which is like laundry, cleaning, and all that stuff, which are very important too. I'm not saying that other things on your priority list are not important, but if your number one gets pushed to the back burner because of those 6, 7, and 8 like priorities, like then it's not really your number one priority. You're not making it a priority in your life. And now to talk about not compromising on it. Things come up in life, in high school, in college, in just adult life, in life, things come up, and if you want to make your faith a priority, you can't let it get pushed to the back burner by 6, 7, and 8 on your list, or by things that just come up in life. So for example, if my set time to spend time with the Lord is 5 to 6 p.m., maybe it is, it isn't, but if it was, then if somebody invited me to go do something from 5 to 6, I would say no, or at least I hope I would say no. Nobody has ever interrupted my quiet time but me, so. But I would have to say no. I would have to say, no, sorry, I'm busy during that time. That's my time where I spend with the Lord. That's the only time I have to spend with the Lord. If you have other times that you can do that, you can like still go to the thing but still make it a priority. But if that's your only time, if that's the time you set, then don't let anything come in the way of that. So to recap, life can get busy, but if you want to make your faith or anything else that's important to you a priority, a number one in your life, you can't let it get pushed to the back burner by anything, whether it's things lower on your list of priorities or outside forces that come in. So that's the gist of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Leave comments down below of like other advice in the area of busyness, because there are so many like great videos about like cutting out things out of your schedule, like things that you don't care about or that you just like say yes to like cull down on your like commitments, and that would help you be less busy, which I can do a whole video on that too. But today was just like, know what your priority is and don't compromise, because if your priority is your actual priority, you will make it a priority. Well, count how many times I said priority, probably 50 at this point. But anyway, I think that's all that I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe so you can join my family. Hit the little bell to get notified whenever I post a video, so you won't miss it. And that's it. So have a great morning, and if I don't see you later, good afternoon, good evening, and